Hi, you guys, and welcome to the Game Exposed podcast. I'm now taking quick questions to be answered. If you have a quick question about a narcissist that you want to get answered, you can now text me at the Game Exposed podcast, and I'll try to answer as many questions as I can on the podcast for you. So send your quick questions about a narcissist that you're having a problem with or you're confused. Text it to 917 636 1109 and I will answer your questions. That's 917 636 1109 and I'll try to answer your quick questions online. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and today I want to answer a very popular question that a lot of people are trying to figure out with the narcissist that they dealt with. They want to know why the narcissist couldn't love them, or was it love at all? So, in this podcast, I'm going to talk about why a narcissist could never love you, the reasons why a narcissist could never love you. Now, a narcissist could love somebody if they chose to, but because of their deep-rooted insecurities and, their lack of being able to be vulnerable, they cannot truly, fully love somebody. And I'm going to go through the 5 reasons why a narcissist could never really love you, all right? Number 1, in order to love somebody, it takes being able to be vulnerable. And this is something that a narcissist can't do. Now, we talk about the vulnerable narcissist or the covert narcissist, how they always play the victim, how they're vulnerable and everything like that. This is their trump card in trying to win people over by playing the victim. But in general, they are big cowards, all right? They're big cowards that can't open up, that have a wall up. So narcissists in general, the reason that they could never love is that, again, in order to love somebody, you've got to make yourself vulnerable to somebody. You've got to be willing to take a chance on someone in hopes that it's going to work out. And it takes a lot of courage. That comes to reason number 2. It takes courage to love somebody, okay? And narcissists don't want to do that. They're afraid of getting hurt. Narcissists, a big reason why narcissists can't love anybody is because they're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid you're going to get over on them. They're afraid that you're going to hurt them. So, rather than take that chance, they always have one foot out the door, okay? They won't tell you that, but they'll be talking to other people. In some cases, they're seeing other people. In some cases, they're sleeping with other people, so that if you ever, cheat on a narcissist or you ever do a narcissist dirty or do them wrong, they don't feel so bad because they feel like you never got over on them. See, one of the biggest fears of a narcissist, besides the fact of being abandoned, is that somebody will get over on them. That's how fragile their ego is. That's how insecure they are. And this is all from their childhood development of not ever feeling safe, okay? So they go through life always cautious, paranoid, worried somebody's going to hurt them. They always try to be one step ahead of you, all right? So they can't love because they can't be vulnerable. In order to be close to somebody, you have to show your vulnerabilities. And a narcissist doesn't want to show you their vulnerabilities, especially a covert narcissist, because they're afraid you're going to use it on them later on or attack them, okay? Or they're afraid that, you won't idolize them as much if they're too open. But what a lot of covert narcissists do is they fake vulnerability, all right? Like they might tell you a phony story, how they were, abused or traumatized as a child, or they may build it up or something like that because they're trying to get your sympathy. They're trying to, have you feel sorry for them so that you let things go later on, so that when they break your boundaries or they do something that you don't like, you let it go because you say, oh, they didn't know better. Oh, they had a rough childhood. And I was like that with the malignant narcissist that I was dealing with. I always felt bad, like, oh, well, he didn't know better. He had a rough childhood. But that is no excuse. Understand this. Just because somebody has a rough childhood, they still have to be held accountable for their actions because they are aware of what is right and wrong, okay? And they choose to hurt people for their own selfish advantages, all right? So the reason a narcissist can't love you is because they can't open up to you completely. They can't, really tell you if you're dealing with a covert narcissist. They never want to let you know what they're thinking or feeling, all right? They're afraid of getting hurt, all right? So they can't be vulnerable. It takes courage to love somebody, all right? Because you're basically betting on this person. You're betting that this person is going to be your everything. And with a narcissist, they don't do that. They don't put their eggs all in one basket. Now, people will come back at me and say, but wait a minute, the narcissist can get married and could be married a long time. Yes, they can. But understand this. The narcissist is not all in even when they're married, okay? They have other things going on the side. And people find this out sometimes over 20 years later, that maybe the narcissist was talking to somebody, maybe their homegirl or homeboy was a situationship that they never knew about. Maybe they were going places or doing things with other people or having relationships with other people that their partner never knew about. So even though they could be in a long-term relationship or marriage, that narcissist is still doing what they want. You could trust and believe that, all right? The other reason that a narcissist can never, ever love somebody is that in order to love somebody, it takes sacrifice and giving. It's not just about you. When two people love each other, they're willing to sacrifice for each other, and they're even willing to put the other person ahead of themselves, okay? That's how you really know whether somebody really cares about you, is because they could put you ahead of themselves and they don't want to see you hurt. Now, with a narcissist, you could be with a narcissist and you could be hurting, you could be crying, you could be upset, and that narcissist could be cold and indifferent to you, like the covert narcissist. And they don't care necessarily that you're upset or you're crying or something like that, because they're thinking about themselves and their own selfish needs, all right? So a lot of times when you're upset or you're crying, they're going to put it on you and say, well, you did it to yourself, or you're upsetting yourself, or you're making a big deal out of nothing, all right? Instead of taking accountability for causing you to be upset. So another reason why a narcissist can't love is because they don't want to sacrifice, all right? And how they fool people is in the beginning, they give you a lot, all right? In the beginning, the love bombing stages, that, they'll do things for you. They'll go out of their way. They'll be really nice. And you think, wow, this is the one. Look at all the things they're doing for me. Look how nice they are. Look how much they compromise for me. But it's only because it's the beginning, all right? It's the beginning stages where they want to get you. They want to earn your trust, all right? So a narcissist can never love you because they can't be vulnerable. They're not courageous in the sense that they could trust and love. And, they're basic cowards that put up a big front. See, narcissists portray the exact opposite of what they are in the beginning. They try to portray that they're self-confident, that they've got your back, that you're ride or die. But that couldn't be further from the truth. And the way that you really know that, you guys, the number one way you're going to know whether you're dealing with somebody who's narcissistic and has empathy for you is when you're down. When you're down, you're going to see who's got you and who doesn't. And a narcissist will bail, okay? Most of the time, a narcissist will bail unless they need you for something, all right? So, again, the reason a narcissist could never love you is because they don't put you on the same level as them. They always put themselves above you, and their needs always come above you, all right? The other reason that a narcissist could never really love you, you guys, is that they don't believe in love, all right? They have a negative view of love. A lot of times they came from homes where maybe their parents were fighting. They didn't see healthy marriages. They didn't see healthy couples. And that, it's funny, we were talking about this because I was talking to my daughter about this, and we were saying, a lot of times you even see on social media, everything's about toxic relationships, but very few people really show, happy, healthy, loving couples, healthy marriages. So if the narcissist grew up around, always seeing negativity, or people jumping from bed to bed, or people lying all the time, or people gaslighting, or people giving the silent treatment, or people always getting hurt by somebody, they're going to have a negative, outlook on love. But see, the thing is, the narcissist, they mislead you and make you think they're looking for love, when in fact, they're just looking for something from you, okay? Could be sex, could be money, could be a place to live, or it could just be that you're a security to the narcissist, or they like keeping you around because you're, giving them a lot of attention or boosting their ego, all right? So narcissists have a negative outlook on love. They don't trust love. Now, keep this in mind, and I bring this up in all my podcasts, and this is the number one key why a narcissist could never, ever love somebody, you guys, because they don't trust, all right? I said it before, and I'll say it again. It all boils down to trust. They don't trust anybody. A lot of them don't even trust their own families, okay? But they'll never tell you that. So, they're in fear that somebody will hurt them, that somebody will get over on them, all right? The other reason that narcissists could never love is because a lot of times narcissists are not optimistic, they're pessimistic. They look at this world as a dog-eat-dog world. And a lot of times if you bring up about, being loyal and loyalty in relationships, a lot of times there's a lot of narcissists that will sit there and laugh like it's a joke to them. Why? Because deep down, you guys, deep down, they don't trust anybody. This is the narcissist that says to you, well, everybody cheats, all right? There is a pessimistic outlook of somebody who doesn't believe that there could be a monogamous relationship out there and a healthy relationship. So if you're dealing with somebody from the get-go that even talks like that, block, delete, get rid of them, because they don't trust. They don't believe in monogamy. They don't believe that people could be loyal. They don't believe that people could be faithful. They may get involved in relationships and waste your motherfucking time, all right? Because they're just going with it, or they're getting something out of you. But deep down, they don't really trust, okay? And they have, like I said, a negative outlook on things, all right? It could be from their childhood, what they saw. They never saw a happy couple together. And a lot of people, I've heard this too, they said a lot of times, like in other words, you could have a narcissistic male who maybe never had a male figure or father figure in his life. Maybe he was raised by a single parent mom, and he saw what his mom went through and everything that happened to her, and he never saw a healthy marriage, okay? And he may have that outlook like, well, that's just the way it is, there is no such thing as a healthy marriage. Everybody just goes out and gets theirs. And the same could go for a female, all right? The same could go for a female that never had a father figure in her life as well. And she feels like, all men are no good. I got to protect me. All men cheat. I'm going to go out and get mine. All right. And look at the background that these people come up from. Did they grow up around people that modeled healthy relationships, healthy family, happiness, positivity? Or was everything arguing, fighting, divorce, unhealthy relationships, no trust, cheating? Look at where I always say, look into somebody's background, you guys. It's 99% truthful that, it could leave a mark on somebody. Now, I'm not saying that if you came from a broken home, you're going to end up a narcissist. No, that is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, because, some people are they can open themselves up more because they don't want to be like where they came from. So you really got to analyze the person themselves and their outlook on life and how they view relationships. How does this person view relationships? All right. Now, another reason, you guys, that a narcissist could never, ever love you or love someone is because they're never content, all right? A narcissist is never happy, never satisfied. You will never be enough for the narcissist. And guess what? The new supply will never be enough for the narcissist. You see the narcissist with the new supply and you say, oh, that's not true. They look so happy. Well, you're only seeing it from the outside. You're not behind those closed doors that knows what's going on in that house. And even when the narcissist is with the new supply, I got news for you. They got backups even to the new supply because a narcissist will never leave them in a position to be alone, be abandoned. So they always have a backup to the backup, all right? Plus, they love the attention. They love the attention and they love deception. They love deceiving people. They love to think that they're smarter than everybody else, okay? And it's funny because I put up a post, on Facebook and I talked about, the number one reason why narcissists cheat, right? And I said they cheat because they're insecure, okay? Which is the truth. Narcissists, the main reason why a narcissist cheats is because they're insecure. They're afraid of anybody getting over on them. Plus, they love, pleasure. Plus, they love deception, okay? And I had some fool get on the post and say something like, what is known does not have to be explained. And he puts LOL, okay? A clear clown, all right? But obviously, I triggered him when I put that post up because he doesn't want to think of himself as insecure. Obviously, he's a cheater and he's condoning that and he's making that remark. And I'm calling him out for it. And he's trying to, he thinks he's being clever with his little word salad there saying what is known, does not have to be explained. What is known, fool, is that you're insecure and that you can't be vulnerable to somebody and trust somebody and be in a fulfilling relationship. That is what is known, fool, okay? But see, I don't go back and forth with a fool or a troll, but I'm just bringing that up to you guys. This is the kind of, fuckery the narcissist does because, they think they're clever, they think they're smart, and you know what? They think like they know the game, you don't. Well, you know what? Go around, go cheat on your spouse, do your thing. And guess what? You'll end up in divorce court. You'll end up in and out of court. Your kids are going to grow up hating you. All right. And later on, you're going to be alone and settle with whatever's around because you were a selfish person, all right? And that's what happens to selfish people that get over on other people. They end up dried and alone, all right? Because nobody wants to bother with them and people remember and they burn bridges, all right? Narcissists don't want to burn bridges, but they burn bridges when they play people. So, obviously we're dealing with a fool here, okay? But let me get back on track. So a narcissist is never content. Nothing's enough. They also are addicted to highs, all right? Which means that, they're addicted to instant gratification, thrill-seeking, instant pleasure. So they can't deal with the same person day in, day out. I don't care how good looking you are. I don't care if you lay it down in the bedroom and you're the best sex toy around. Guess what? After a while, that narcissist is going to get bored, okay? Because it's the same toy day in, day out. It's the same slice of pizza day in, day out. And the narcissist hates boredom, right? They need constant excitement. So this is why they could never love you because, they're going to get bored with you. So no matter what you do, they're going to get bored with you and they're going to want something new and exciting. All right. Also, another reason why a narcissist could never love somebody, and this is getting philosophical now, is because a narcissist is basically a jealous and envious and competitive person, all right? So instead of looking at their partner as their ride or die, or somebody that they would lay down their life for, or they would give to this person, they revere their partner as their enemy, okay? Narcissists look at it not like we together, it's more like me against you, okay? Why is that? Because the narcissist can never be in an equal partnership. They always have to feel that superiority. So that's why they consistently have to put you down. How you clean, how you cook, how you drive, how you dress, how you look. There's always criticism with the narcissist because they have to put you down because they got to feel superior to you. So they will not put themselves on the same level as you, all right? They always want to think of themselves as higher than you. And also they do that too, you guys, so they can control you. By putting you down, that's a form of control so that you are always begging for the narcissist's attention, validation, and approval, okay? They got you where you're begging, where, you're breaking your neck, cleaning the house to their perfection, or you're cooking for them to their perfection, or you're dressing to their perfection. You're constantly, feeding the narcissist by trying to get their approval or their praise or their attention. So this is a way they control you. By putting you down, they're going to keep you begging, all right? That's what they do. So that's why they can never love somebody, because you are a subordinate to the narcissist. It's a dictatorship when you deal with a narcissist, whether it's overtly or covertly. Overt narcissist will be direct with it. A covert narcissist will give you subtle, indirect digs. They could even do dog whistling in front of other people, where they say something, they slight you, passive-aggressive way, all right, to make you feel low, okay? Now, understand this. I'm looking at my list that I put down. The other reason why a narcissist could never love you, you guys, is because they don't appreciate what they have, okay? They don't appreciate what they have. They take people and things for granted. Nothing is enough for the narcissists. They're greedy people, okay? They're greedy people. They want a lot of attention. They want a lot of praise. They may want a lot of materialistic things. They want you to buy them this. They want you to buy them that. They want you to kiss their ass. They want you to put them on a pedestal. This is why they're so draining, okay? Because it's like you're constantly kissing up to the narcissist to try to please them. You're trying to please them because if you don't please them, they put on a fucking face, or they give you the silent treatment, or they start yelling and screaming, all right? It's a no-win situation. So the reason that a narcissist could never really truly love you is because they don't accept you for who you are. There's always something wrong with you. In the beginning, they do. In the beginning, they pretend to accept you because they've built you up in their minds as this wonderful thing. Maybe they're lusting after you in the beginning and they're attracted to you in the beginning because you're new. You are new. But after a while, they're going to start to see flaws in you, okay? Oh my goodness, human beings have flaws. Not when you're with a narcissist. They're perfectionists, all right? And even if you do everything right, like the person that is constantly doing for the narcissist, constantly trying to please them, maybe spends money on them, maybe is constantly flattering them, maybe is doing everything, guess what? That narcissist is going to look at you like a sucker, all right? They're going to say, you got no respect for yourself because look at you, how you're kissing my ass. That means that you're desperate, okay? That's how the narcissist is going to look at you, like you are desperate if you're doing that, and when the narcissist is abusing you, all right? And they know they're abusing you. They know exactly what they're doing. They know when they're manipulating. So, don't buy into that stupid routine, because a lot of them, especially covert narcissists, they love the dumb card to play dumb, like they don't know what they're doing. They know absolutely what they're doing. They're very slick, very smart when it comes to manipulation and things like that, okay? So, you guys, all right, the reason, okay, I'm going to go through it. The reasons that a narcissist could never truly love you: they can't be vulnerable. They can't be completely vulnerable. They don't have the courage to put all of themselves into a relationship. They always have one foot out the door. They can't sacrifice unless they're getting something back, all right? They don't want to give unless there's some kind of return financially a lot of times, or if they're getting an ego boost back, all right? They don't believe in love. They have a negative view of love. Maybe they saw failed marriages or unhealthy marriages growing up. They're pessimistic about the world, all right? They don't believe in living happily ever after, as a family. It's not enough for the narcissist to just have a good husband or good wife and kids and live in a house and be able to pay your bills. That's not enough for the narcissist. They always need thrills. They always need excitement, okay? They are never content. They are jealous, envious, and competitive. So nothing is enough for the narcissist. So they're always going to be eventually unhappy after the love bombing stage. Things are going to become unsatisfactory to them. They're going to find criticism. They're judgmental. They don't appreciate what they have, and they take people and things for granted, all right? And this is where, let me cap off. This is where the narcissist loses in the end, all right? Because they always think there's something better out there, and some of them will take their chances in going for it. But when they screw their partners over and the partner dumps them, guess what? Not everybody takes back the narcissist, and that narcissist lost out on good people, all right? Good people that they will never get again, all right? People that really went out of their way for them, showed them love and attention and everything like that. And the karma for a narcissist is when they run into another narcissist, okay? When they run into another narcissist that will play them down. And I've seen this happen, where a narcissist will, be chasing after another narcissist who treats them like shit, okay? Will treat them like shit, and then eventually they get dumped or something like that, or they're being played themselves, where the narcissist is being played themselves. And then what happens is the narcissist wants to come back to you, all right? But guess what? You, the loyal person, the good-hearted person, the person that was all in on the relationship, the person that gave of themselves, guess what? They can't get them back, all right? They can't get them back, because that person time has gone by, and now that person has their self-worth, and they won't even look twice at that narcissist, because now they've given themselves time and healing to see what a toxic piece of shit that narcissist was. Sorry, but I have to be blunt about it, because that's exactly what it is, all right? I say it like it is, all right? Whether people like it or not, but it's always about the truth, all right? So bottom line is, you guys, once you know you're dealing with a narcissistic, selfish person that has no empathy for you, delete, block, get rid of, all right? Stop with all the second, third, fourth, fifth chances. When they show you who they are, then you distance yourself, okay? And if you don't want to cut them out completely, you make sure you just don't get close to them, all right? Because you cannot trust them, because a narcissist doesn't trust you. So how do you trust somebody that will never trust you? You can't, all right? You can't. And trust me when I tell you, I've dealt with so many narcissists in my life, and every last fucking one of them doesn't trust, all right? So you can't be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't trust. So I hope that helps you guys. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast, and don't forget, you guys, subscribe to my YouTube at the Game Exposed Podcast on YouTube, because I've got thousands of videos on there about all of this kind of stuff, all right? Discard everything, covert narcissists and triangulation and word salad and gaslighting and, when the narcissist comes back and what to do and all that. So go to the Game Exposed podcast on YouTube, and don't forget, subscribe over there and subscribe here, and have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.